Hello and welcome to Front Page Africa. We here in Margibi County. Today with us is a member of a family where the late uh, Ruth Gbelee, who is allegedly being killed by health practitioners at the Rennie Hospital, according to family. So we have a spokesperson, Mr. Ruth Gbelee. Welcome to Front Page. Mr. Bernard, tell us, what is the issue?
Okay, firstly, my introduction. I'm Ruth Gbelee. I'm a physician assistant who worked at Rennie Hospital sometime 2016. I was in school and I did almost all my clinical practices that go into where I am today at Rennie Hospital. But Rennie Hospital as current, as compared to years back, it's not the same. Ruth Gbelee was my in-law, and I stand as head and spokesperson of the family right now. She was my in-law. She got sick. She was taken at Rennie Hospital on April 14 in the morning, somewhere around 8 to 9, 10 a.m.
2025, right?
2025. She was assessed by the late Dr. P. I think it was TP, right? He assessed her and saw her fit to be admitted at the hospital. And then she was admitted, and 100% abandoned. She was abandoned. She was neglected because of her condition. Ruth Gbelee, this communication, I'm coming here today because I have breaking NMDC. She died on the 21st at Rennie Hospital. She was admitted on the 14th and died on the 21st at Rennie Hospital. She was abandoned in a place, in a garage or a warehouse. That's where she was admitted.
What was bothering her prior to her being admitted at the hospital?
So Ruth Gbelee was taken to hospital, to the Rennie Hospital, with ulcer on her leg. Ulcer is sore, right? She had ulcer on her leg. And when she was taken at Rennie Hospital, she was diagnosed of diabetes. So it means she had high level of sugar in her blood. And because of the high level of sugar, it affected her nerves in her leg. So it caused her to have sore on her leg, causing the sore to not get hit. And because of the ulcer on her leg, health was not abandon her to the point that her wound got infected and caused her to get into sepsis. And because of that sepsis, she died. So today, I stand tomorrow, I will say in court, I will say anywhere, she was killed by Rennie Hospital because they abandoned all the case.
So what were the family members that made the alleged abandonment?
The family member trusted the health care system. I'm a health practitioner. Like I said, I did all my clinical practices at Rennie Hospital in Walker Farm, right? Okay, so I got my own health facility in Monrovia. And then I was there when I was called Continuing Ruth. As a practitioner, knowing the best place to go, I told them, go to Rennie Hospital. Go to the hospital will take care of her. And then she went to the hospital, and the hospital abandoned her. They even fought the family member.
So where, because if you say abandonment and you know that they,
Okay.
I'm coming. If the family think that their family member was not being attended to, why didn't the family take her away?
No, we can't sign against medical advice. I'm a practitioner. I know the implication of signing against medical advice.
So you knew that she was abandoned. Why you people could not go to her aid?
It was said. We spoke about it. I was in Monrovia when they called me, and I came to Monrovia on the 19th of April 2025. And I met Ruth with her leg in the water, in the bucket, sweating profusely.
What did the hospital authorities say to you at the time?
The hospital authority did not say anything to me at the moment because when I got there, I met the late doctor Pay, Amos Pay, right? I met in the ER. I saw Ruth Gbelee. I'm a practitioner. I saw Ruth, her condition, and I knew she was dying. When I told Amos Pay, and he told me he would not test Ruth because another doctor had come and prescribed for Ruth in his absence. So he did not test Ruth, forgetting that his ethics says do everything in the interest of the patient. And because Amos Pay said that, all the nurses there in the ER could not test Ruth. To the point, I'm horrible.
So why the family did not take her away to another facility?
Away from the hospital because taking her away would be crying on our heads. So the hospital had a responsibility.
But did you know that she was dying?
I saw it as a practitioner. I knew she was dying, and I knew she was dying. Even the doctor, Dr. Brewer, a very early man, Dr. Brewer, a very early man, right? Who did the prescription for Ruth from the onset before I got there? I met him. He's a doctor, even for years, right? Before even Amos Pay. Amos Pay is my.
So when you say she was abandoned, you said that she was placed in an isolated area?
She was placed in a warehouse. Not isolated area, but in a warehouse. Isolation will be written on the isolation. Right now, all the rooms are labeled with their names attached. But where Ruth was admitted, where they had abandoned beds, they abandoned oxygen things, they abandoned, I don't know how to call it.
Were there any reason given why she was placed there?
The hospital can tell us today. The hospital can tell us today why she was placed there.
So when you make follow-up, like you said, you are alleging that you did see her in her condition. What did you say to the hospital authority, and what was her response?
I called the medical director. He said he will not speak to me until we can meet. Where's everyone going to meet? He's called Frank, one Dr. Frank. I called him. I got his number on my phone right now. I can give you his number. I called him. I even called the CHO. And the CHO told me that it was Rennie hospital problem, but he was going to call Frank. But I have Frank's number. I just called the CHO because I wanted to go higher height. So the CHO, the one I called Frank, to tell Frank about it.
So you think the alleged abandonment led to her death?
Because she was abandoned, her wound was not dressed. And because, no, I'm a practitioner. I will tell you and I will break it down step by step, right? She came to the hospital with ulcer on her leg. And because of this ulcer, Ruth really went into sepsis.
What is, for those who are listening, for the sake of their understanding, what is sepsis?
High level of infection that will go up into the brain and cause the body to go into coma.
Oh, wow.
So Ruth Gbelee was brought into the hospital. She walked into the ER. She walked. I didn't say she was brought. She came on motor back to the hospital. She walked in the ER. Amos Pay out there and assessed her, admitted her. If you admit a patient, meaning you got control over the condition, right? I'm a practitioner. If I see a patient, I don't have control, I refer. Right away, and they say I don't have control, or we get control this case here. We don't have control.
Did you make that recommendation?
I was not present at first, and I was not present when she was brought. I was in Monrovia, right? And I told the family, take out the Rennie hospital. That's the best thing to take off for now. But the hospital will decide, and the hospital decided to keep her. Keeping her means they can control her case. When you tell me that I can keep the patient.
So how long did she stay there?
From the 14th to 21st.
And then she
April 14th, she was admitted.
She allegedly expired on the 21st.
At 12 something, she died in the morning.
What did the hospital say caused her death?
The hospital said she died of sepsis. She died of diabetic, also sepsis. That's why the hospital said. I got the death certificate on my phone. I can show it to you if you wish to.
And what you think about their report?
I will take the report as it is written. Well, in my own opinion as a practitioner, she was abandoned. She was not treated as needed to be treated. That's why she died. That's why I'm on the media today. I wrote MDC already. Since April 28th, I wrote MDC. They are still dragging the case. That's why I'm coming on the air today. They're still dragging the case. I'm saying it. I was saying the information.
So what does the family want?
We want justice. We want redress. That real government cannot pay me any amount to take care of Ruth's children. Ruth left 3 living children. One is in BWR, 2 are not in school. Ruth was the only breadwinner for her children. And today the 3 children are abandoned. They are left with family members to suffer with them. Rennie Hospital need to take care of the children. They will take care of them. If they don't take care of them, we'll end up to people justice. I'm ready to move.
What is the Liberia Medical and Dental Council saying to you?
I wrote Medical and Dental Council on April 28, 2025. We have gone 2 months. I went there, I called them some time ago, I seen the information, and they got vexed. And I told them point blank, I said, I'm afraid. Justice denied, justice delayed, justice denied. And guess what I was afraid of? I think the first communication, they called me, they go to their office. They try blasting me, and I told them, say, you can't intimidate me.
They were allegedly blasting at you. For what reason? For what reason? Why were they angry?
I told them that you are delaying justice, you want to deny justice, and you are not going to have a fair judgment into you.
So what was the response?
Why would they respond?
Yeah, when you made those claims.
I was accusing them falsely, and I think that's not true.
Did they tell you that at a later date they will make an inquiry into your case?
They told me they're going to get in contact with me in 1 week time, and we have gone 1 month plus. We have gone 1 month plus. Even before James Eto was brought from Ghana, if you heard of James Eto, they did it with EAW case, who they said EAW to her kidney, and they took her to Ghana, right? Yeah. James Eto in Ghana when Ruth died. James Eto came from Ghana, and James Eto report is out. Her family got her report, they did a report already, but Ruth Gbelee report is not out. Only because we are not going to the media, we don't have politicians behind us, and we don't have money to push it. But I tell LMDC and I tell Rennie Hospital that I will push it to my death, and Ruth will get justice for them.
Is the family requesting for compensation
we don't want compensation? If compensation comes, we accept it for Ruth's children to move on. For one justice. And I told LMDC, justice.
Is it a particular doctor that you are accusing of?
I'm not accusing doctor, I'm accusing the hospital.
Yeah, the hospital authority, right?
The hospital is the one that accused, the hospital is the one that recruited them and employed them. Government recruited them and employed them in the hospital, and the hospital accepted them. So I'm accusing the hospital. I'm not accusing an individual. I'm accusing the hospital.
You think in your own mind, if she could have been given the necessary attention, like you said, that was not allegedly given to her, she could have survived? You be a medical practitioner?
She could have survived. Ruth on the 19th was on a Friday, right? I saw Ruth, and Ruth was dying. All the nurses sit there on the decks. Even the PA on wall. Even on the PA in the ER was sit there in the ER, right? When I saw Ruth, I'm a physician assistant. And what I did for Ruth?
You said in the ER, but you said she was. Earlier on, you told me that she was in the warehouse.
She's in the warehouse. I'm entering the ER, and they staff in the ER, and they see staff working on the wall, right? So they are the ones attending the Ruth in her warehouse when she was
in the warehouse. That sounds strange.
I will keep saying warehouse. There's a place. I got the photos on my phone. I took the photos. I can share them with you.
Yeah, please share the photos of us.
I will share them with you. The photos where they had the oxygen tank, broken the oxygen concentrators, broken the oxygen tank, daily bear sheets, how you call it, trash cans where they are seated. Is that where you admit?
Is that common at health facilities in the country?
Where?
To keep patient, like you saying, allegedly in the warehouse.
Everywhere a patient is admitted is label. If it's isolation, it's labeled isolation.
And for you saw warehouse.
It's not labeled warehouse, but I consider it to be warehouse. Because there is no label, and that where you got all the broken things seated. Where do you keep broken things? Where do you keep broken things? In the warehouse. Abandoned beds, where do you keep them? Broken down oxygen concentrator, where do you keep them? Trash cans, where do you keep them? In the warehouse. So that way Ruth was made there. So you have been in the warehouse. I'm saying it. I'm a health practitioner, I'm saying it. Someone will ask it, but why would a PA talk this way? But I'm saying it because she's my relative. It happened to many people in the hospital, in Rennie Hospital, but they are scared to talk. I'm saying it today, I will talk.
Are you serious?
My brother Kakata in Kakata today, if you just put this on the radio at a talk show, you will get thousands of people that will call and say Rennie Hospital did this to my relative. But they are afraid to talk. They don't want to talk, but I will.
Are you also calling for justice so that the system can be changed, or there should be an improvement?
The first thing I told LMDC, all the nurses involved, the PA involved, including even my colleagues, the doctors involved. should be retrieved, should be recalled from Rennie Hospital and sent back to school. They should go back to school and know and do ethics. Go back to school and do ethics. And know that everything they do in their medical field is in the interest of the patient, the best interest of the patient. From there, they should be reassigned to different country in that Rennie Hospital. Because tomorrow, my mom gets sick, I go to Rennie Hospital, I'll have the same flashback. My son gets sick, he go to Rennie Hospital, I'll have the same flashback. All my family are in Margibi country, in Kakata here. They go to Rennie Hospital, the day I step there, I'll have a flashback or Ruth. So they should be taken from there and listen somewhere else. I can't see them taking care of my relatives.
So if the Liberia Medical Dental Council doesn't speedily investigate this matter, are you contemplating on going to court?
I'm on my way to court. We are on our way to court.
Is there any ultimatum being given to them?
It's passed. I'm just sitting there waiting. We are waiting. We are not waiting now for a 7 call. From now to the end of this month, we are on our way to court. We're going to court. LMDC will be dragged. They will subpoena LMDC. The Supreme Court or the court will subpoena LMDC to ask them for what reason they did not.
So to get me one small clarity. The facility talk about there are 2 facilities there at that compound: the CH Rennie Hospital and Kakata Health Center.
CH Rennie Hospital. Kakata Health Center do not have ER. Kakata Health Center do OPD.
Oh.
Outpatient department and send the patient home. They just prescribe your medicine, you go by your business. CH Rennie Hospital got an emergency room, they got the RPD, inpatient department, where they admit patients and they do operation. That's CH Rennie Hospital. Right? I'm talking about CH Rennie, I'm not talking about Kakata Health Center. CH Rennie Hospital. Kakata Health Center, when I give somebody from the 14th to the 21st, that health center, they don't have that responsibility. They don't have that authority.
All right, just before close up, what is it that you think I didn't ask you about in this interview that you want to talk about before I leave you?
So, one thing I want to know, I want the public to know that this issue is not just coming out today. Somebody will ask, why that long time? Why in April you did not come up, right? We decided to be professional. We decided to follow the rules. We decided to follow the channel. So we didn't come up to the public, but we decided to go to the back and go to the regulatory authorities so that they won't say that we are politicians or we want to blackmail the county health team or a blackmail Rennie Hospital. But because we cannot get the redress we want, we got to come out today on the media. 2, someone asked me, maybe he won't drop. I don't want job. I got job that I created for myself. I got 2 years now without government employment or anybody intervention, and I'm living from a small clinic I've made. I do my $200 per month. That's labor for me. That's okay for me. I pay my staff. I pay my borrow money. That's why I'm living back. I feed my family. I don't care about how many thousand other people make. I got my own job, and I'm creating job for people. You understand? So right now, as we speak, what I'm praying for and what we pray for, that Ruth will get justice for her death. Rennie Hospital and government Liberia will take initiative of her children she left behind. When is it military act? She's doing heavy duty mechanic, right? And one is, and the other 2 are not in school. They are with me right now. I'm taking responsibility. So I can't take responsibility for what Rennie Hospital has for, what government Liberia has for. My brother, I've worked for the Liberia government for 10 good years. I think I sacrifice. I just take the responsibility of what they have for, especially when carelessly somebody's for. I told LMDC, I needed justice. We needed justice. Someone, Amos Pay died. Maureen Colley died. Maureen Colley was one of the person that even fought them physically, fought the patient already physically. Maureen Colley, she fought them. She even pushed in all the emergency room. A nurse will push a patient relative that is in tears, that is in dire need of help, and you push him outside the emergency room. That is unethical.
And you were there.
Amos Pay, right? Amos still pay. He was going to PA before becoming a medical doctor. If Amos Pay could look at in my face as a PA, a former colleague, and tell me, say, I can't touch that patient because another doctor prescribed for that patient, it's far unethical. I'm sorry that he died. Today, tomorrow, every night I sleep when I think about him, I have sleepless night. Not because I want to move for him, but because I wanted him to make input one-on-one and he justify his action or what he said and why how Ruth that.
Thanks so kindly for speaking to From East Africa.
Thank you.
You say your name again?
I'm Nuwo Koli Benda. I'm a physician assistant.